Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna start posting business topic videos here at least once a week. And what I wanna talk about is how to better read people. This is important in basically every single area of life because what we've learned is people basically wear a mask. They dress a certain way, they act a certain way. People are always in character. And what's difficult about this is we rarely get to see their real personality, their real intentions, and what they actually want in a situation. And here's what's interesting. They may not even know what they want in a situation. They could just be having knee-jerk reactions, which can be even more confusing. And so whether you're trying to figure out how to move up in your career, try to increase your income, while you're trying to meet somebody in a relationship or meet more friends, you gotta understand how people work, what drives them, and what makes them do what they do. The first step to understanding this is understanding what drives people. What drives people in nearly every single decision that they make. Their personal lives, in business, and everything. And what's interesting is our brain is designed to do one major thing, and that's to survive. So because we're not fighting off a saber-toothed tiger or living, in the wilderness somewhere, no matter what, even if you're in the lower middle class or even lower class of America, many times people live better than kings did 2,000 years ago. So because this is a difference of this, and we can get nearly anything we want instantly, we can go to a fast food restaurant. We can order something online. You can order something on Amazon and shipped immediately to your house. This is amazing. And we have amazing opportunity. We can talk to anyone in the world through our phones. But the problem is, since we don't have to worry about surviving and getting killed at any moment, now we worry about, are we gonna make rent? Is the girlfriend or boyfriend gonna break up with you? Are you gonna lose your job? What if this happens? What if we go into a recession? All these different things. So many times you'll see people have knee-jerk reactions based off of survival and winning and getting control of something, because they're scared to lose it because they're trying to protect themselves. This is when you'll see things where people have sudden outbursts or they're rude or they're raunchy for some reason. It's because in most cases, they're trying to protect yourself. Next is what happens is people, they over focus on the words and the communication of what the person's saying. They're obsessed with what a person said. The reason why is this is because many of us actually mean what we say, or when we say something, maybe that's what we mean. But what's interesting is if people are always focused on survival, and if we know that people lead with their emotional state that they're currently in, that means people will say things not based off what the logic is on this calculated, well thought out plan, because we know most people are just winging it. Instead, they're actually making statements off of the emotional state that they were in at that time. That's why you'll see someone in a relationship say, oh, I love you, I would never leave you, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. And then all of a sudden things get tough and they leave because that person wasn't lying. They thought that's what they would do, but they were actually only in with that person, surrounded by that person, experienced everything with that person, while that person was living in this perfect, harmonious world. And the second things went bad, that person's emotional state changed, which means they changed. Now, that doesn't mean that's every scenario, but instead we have to realize that in most cases, and there's a statement that if something can happen, it likely will. So here's a trick. Take everything that someone says verbally through communication with a grain of salt. Communication is 7% verbal, 93% nonverbal. That means if a person's like, hey Grant, are you excited to go? Yeah, I'm excited. You see how I shrugged my shoulders? You see I'm kind of sitting back and I was like, yeah. I had hesitancy in my voice. A common trait of liars is they shrug their shoulders. They're not in sync. Their body's not in sync. I'm kind of hesitant. I said, yeah, I'm excited, but what did my body language and what did my tone say? So if you just only listen to what I said, and you go, oh yeah, Grant said he's super excited to go. And then I get there and I'm like this, and I'm looking off and I'm on my phone and this. Everyone's like, damn, what's wrong with this guy? So we can't be obsessed and we can't be overly focused on what people are saying verbally. You have to look at their body language. You have to look at their tone. For example, there's simple things such as, People, when they're very comfortable with you, they have a more open stance. So if you and me are talking and I'm like this, or my hands are just rested on my legs like this, and I'm very open, I'm relaxed, I'm smiling, I'm probably pretty comfortable. But if I'm like this, and I'm like this, or I'm closed off, or I'm kind of turned the other way, or a person's like on their phone, they're looking like this, it's a sign that either they're not confident, they're hesitant, they're worried about you, they're nervous. And anything they're saying, you have to realize that they're saying that from that emotional state. And if they're saying it from that emotional state, you need to read in and focus on what state are they in? Why are they saying what they're saying? What is their tone like? What is their body language like? And how does that correlate into what they're saying? And when you can kind of combine all those different things, now you can actually get a better read on who you're dealing with, what they're thinking, and why they're thinking it. Next is don't take it personally. So many times people have bad days, people say things. And so this is why it's important that when you're trying to understand where a person's coming from, you have to understand that they are not put on this earth to just make your life perfect. They're not on this earth to take your every order, to promote you, to give you what they want. Everyone is serving their self-interest, their family's needs, protecting themselves, back to what we talked about earlier, focusing on things associated with survival. So when you can put all of those different things together, you now can comprehend and understand why they're doing what they're doing, and not take it so personally and really look at it from a more practical, realistic lens that helps you understand what they're gonna do and why they're gonna do it. And if you get rid of the verbal stuff, stop being obsessed with it and just eliminate that and just look, what are their actions? They tell you they wanna be with you. They tell you they care about you. They tell you that all these nice things about you. But every time that you ask to hang out with them, they don't reply. It takes them 2-3 hours. Every time y'all have plans, they cancel last minute. Every time something good happens on you, they're the last, or maybe don't even say anything about congratulating you or giving you a compliment or showing you love. Then who cares what they're telling you? If their actions show that, then that's how they feel. Focus on a person's behavior, focus on a person's body language, and focus on the tone in which they're speaking in. And that will be the truth that will guide you into why people are doing what they're doing and what is making them say certain things and do things, so you can better, direct your life, your business, and your daily operation in the right path. So thank you guys. We'll be back next week for more videos. Thanks guys.